be done in a little bit, okay? Yeah. I'm out here today with my dog. I want to talk about consumption versus creating. And a lot of my friends, me sometimes, we're addicted to just consuming mindlessly. And I want to explain today how we can break away from that. I'm just going to talk about this because there's such a difference when you watch TV compared to what you do, what I'm about to show you. When you watch TV, you are seeing images come into your mind and you're just following. You're just following the plot, which is okay sometimes. There's some great TV and movie shows out there. But our minds are meant to create. Think back 200 years. People had to think throughout their day for themselves, create for themselves. And today we often spend a lot of our days, I think I read that we spend 8 hours a day, or 8 to 6 hours a day in front of our screens, which is a symptom of today, but it doesn't have to be that way. So what struck me this week was fiction. Alright, this book's called The 49th Mystic. And I haven't read fiction since I was in 8th grade or something like that, and you had to read it for school. And the last few years I've been mostly reading self-help books, theory books, which are fine for learning stuff, but I totally forgot about the imagination part that comes along with reading. And a couple weeks ago I was kind of wondering alright, where did my imagination go? So I was thinking back to when I was a kid and just going out in the woods, and you could picture we have a whole city built back here. And today I just kind of live in this constant state of alright, statistics over here for class, then I gotta write a paper over here, then I gotta go to work here, and everything is so, in a sense, we just live too straightforward, I think. And I was struck by reading this book by Ted Decker, and I'm not recommending this book, it was good, but this was the first fiction book I've read in forever. And it just opened my brain. The second I started reading, my mind, instead of just watching what's on the screen, my mind was creating all the images that were in this book. And I think this is super crazy because I went through this book in 2 days. I mean, this book is, 400 pages long. I got through it in 2 days. I never do that with a self-help book or anything like that. I read a chapter at a time, slowly chew my way through it. But you can totally replace TV watching with fiction reading. And I never realized this. I also made it through, there's a second book to this. I also made it through that one. But I think, honestly believe, you could throw out your TV, you could cancel Netflix, and you could go to something that makes you think, that makes your mind create, right? And so that's what I'm going to start doing from now on, is I'm going to start picking up fiction books. And I think we just get too caught up, man. This has been here the whole time, right? And I pick it up. I'm 20 years old, I pick up a fiction book, and it blows my mind again. I'm like, wow, my imagination is back. I can picture this entire story in my mind. And that's basically what I'm here to talk about. You can change your habits completely. It's so easy. I was enthralled with this book. So this week, take the time, pick up a fiction book. I don't know, look for best top 10 fiction books online or something like that. And pick up a fiction book and try it out. Try it out. Turn off the Netflix for 3 days and work your way through a fiction book. And watch how it starts to change your brain. Your brain will start to think. I remember looking, throughout the day, I was picturing my life more as a story where I was the hero that was trying to work through this stuff. Try it. Make you think. Don't just mindlessly consume. This week, think. Make conscious choices about what you put in your brain.